My name is KRivera, and this is my About Me slideshow. As far as my educational background goes, I received my Associates of Art from the Peninsula College in Washington State. I received my Bachelor's of General Studies with an emphasis in social work, child development, and health from Lamar University in Beaumont, Texas. And I got my teacher certification through the Texas Teachers Program. And I am currently working on my Master's of Science in Health Education, and I will graduate in December. This is most of my family. So all of my family lives in San Antonio, Texas. My brothers, which you see over here, these are all three of my brothers. This is my older brother Kyle, and then Mason and Aiden. Kyle is my older brother from my mother and father, my biological mother and father's first, marriage together. And then my little brothers were, when my parents got divorced, my dad remarried. My father, this is my father over here, and my husband and I do not currently have any children. So these are our fur babies. This is Cheyenne, and this is Izzy. We currently live very far from our family. My husband is in the Coast Guard, so we live in New York City currently, and that's why I have so many degrees from different places, like Washington State, and then Beaumont, Texas, and then, of course, it'll be A&M, but I am a distance education student because of the fact that my husband, every 4 years, we relocate to a different state or location for his job. This is my husband, Ryan. He's been in the Coast Guard for 14 years now. We have lived in Washington State. We've lived in 2 ports in Texas, and now we are currently in New York City. We live on Staten Island. He is a mechanical engineer in the Coast Guard, and he's doing such an amazing job, and I'm so very proud of him. We've been married for 6 years and together for 8. My professional background is I've been teaching for 5 years. I currently teach kindergarten in Staten Island, New York. I have taught 6th, 7th, 8th, and 2nd grade in Texas. I would say that probably 7th grade was my favorite. My future goal is once I graduate my Master's in Health Education, I would like to try and become a health and wellness director. My best experience with classroom management was when I was teaching 2nd grade. I was teaching in a school in Beaumont, Texas. I had 24 students in my class. It was in a very economically disadvantaged area where their test scores were actually really, really bad in the school. So the school is actually an IR, which means that there's improvement required as far as the state testing goes. So they actually needed a lot of help. I learned my best part with that class was that I learned that you have to learn how to build self-esteem for them, give them incentives, something to work for, something that they can look forward to, because a lot of them, don't have things to look forward to, and they actually love coming to school because it's almost you don't know what's happening at home. So it could be somewhere they want to be. So you have to make it, fun and exciting for them, and you have to be enthusiastic. Respect is one of the biggest ones because, you have to give respect to earn it as well, and that goes both ways with the teacher as well as with the students. And you have to be consistent with your rules and with your, expectations in the classroom. Consistency is key, and a lot of these kids really do need consistency in their lives. And so when they're with you for such a big chunk of the day, that's a huge part of it. Preparation on the teacher's behalf is usually a really big part of it as well, and avoid punishing the entire class as a whole. If something happens, with 1 or 2 students, it's not okay for you to punish the whole class. They have to learn to own up to their, what they've done. So that's a big part of what I've learned so far as a teacher, is I think one of the biggest ones is respect and consistency. Consistency was a huge thing in my class of 24 2nd graders, and by the end of the year, they were very grateful and thankful, and I had seen a lot of growth in them socially as well as academically. If you provide that consistency and you provide the type of classroom, then the management comes second nature if you have everything together and you just follow what you know. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation and a little bit about myself, and I look forward to working with everyone this semester.